Hi boys and girls, it's Mrs. Michaels here. Today we're going to learn a problem solving skill and it's lesson 9.5. So when you're done watching this video, check out the assignment on course for 9.5. So I just thought what we would do is use our practice book, the first page anyway, to show you how I'm going to work it out a little bit, okay? So the first one is already done for you, but let's look at it together. The first one says, Carl wants to buy a bicycle bell that costs $4.50. Carl has saved $2.75 so far. How much more money does he need to buy the bell? Now, boys and girls, we've done this before. Let's circle and underline like important things that we see in there. So for example, I see the number 450. I see the number 275. And I see a key word in there. I see how much more does he need to buy the bell, okay? So boys and girls, before we even get into how the book is showing you how to do it, if you're at home and looking at the words how much more, what are you thinking? Or what are you thinking for an operation? Are you thinking addition, subtraction, multiplication, division? Think about it for a second. I see how much more, and that gives me a clue that it's probably subtraction. Every now and then it might be addition. So the way that your book is doing it is it's actually asking you to kind of draw a picture. Okay, so it says use 4 $1 bills and 2 quarters to model 450. So they did that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 425, 450. Okay, then it says remove bills and coins that have a value of 275. Okay, so what it does, so 275. So they crossed off $1, $2, $2.25, $2.50. But that's not everything, right, guys? You also have to cross out another quarter for $2.75. So what they did was they took this dollar and left it the same. They took this dollar and turned it into 4 quarters. And you cross off a quarter and it shows you what you have left. See this right here? That's what it has left. And what they have left is $1, 25, 50, 75. So Carl needs to save $1.75 more. Now, boys and girls, you're sitting at home and you're thinking, listen, lady, I don't really feel like writing out all of this money. I know that I'm probably going to get the same answer if I follow what I know about the words. How much more? And if it's how much more, what did you decide? Well, I think you decided you're going to subtract. So watch what I do. I'm going to take my little scrap paper so you can see it. Okay. He needs 450, right? He has 275 saved up. Okay, what you're going to do is you're going to subtract. And boys and girls, when we are subtracting decimals and when we are adding decimals, we need to make sure that we line up our actual decimals. See how I have my decimals lined up? Make sure the decimals are lined up. So, can I do 0 minus 5? Nope. So I'm going to cross off the 5 and I'm going to make it a 4. Okay, bring the 1 over here. That makes this 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. Can I do 4 minus 7? Anybody out there who said, yes, Mrs. Michaels, 4 minus 7 is 3. Nope, you can't do that. You know that you can't do 7 minus 4. It's top minus bottom. So I'm going to go next door, borrow from the 4, make it a 3. Now I've got 14 in this column. 14 minus 7 is 7. Bring down that decimal. Okay, and what is 3 minus 2? It's 1. And I put a dollar sign because I'm talking money. Okay, so if you can see, I got the same answer using subtraction as they did by drawing it all out. So it really is kind of your choice how you do it. And I'm going to show you a couple other problems and how I would do it personally. But if you want to draw out the money, you can. So let's look at number 2. Together, Xavier, Yolanda, and Zachary have $4.44. If each person has the same amount, how much money does each person have? They have $4.44 altogether. And if each person has the same amount, how much does each person have? Boys and girls, I need you to think for a second. It looks like we are taking $4.44 and we are splitting it between 1, 2, 3 friends. You see that? Xavier, Yolanda, and Zachary all together have $4.44. The question is, if they have the same amount, how much do they each have? Well, if you remember, in order to do that, what operation should we use? We need to use division. So watch. Division of decimals is no different than division of regular numbers, okay? What you're going to do is you're going to do $4.44 divided by how many people was it? 1, 2, 3. We're going to divide that by 3. So, how many times can 3 go into 4? Once. 1 times 3 is 3. 4 minus 3 is 1. Bring down the 4. 3 goes into 14 how many times? It goes in 4 times. 4 times 3 is 12. 14 minus 12 is 2. 2 is less than 3, so we're good. Bring down the 4. 3 goes into 24. How many times, guys? Goes in 8 times. 8 times 3 is 24. Subtract, no remainder. Here's what's different about dividing with decimals. You have to make sure that you bring the decimal up into your answer. You literally draw it right back up. So I got 444 divided by 3 is $1.48. So each one of these guys, Xavier, Yolanda, and Zachary, together they have 444, but if you split that 444 into 3, each person has $1.48. Okay? I hope you guys can see that. Okay, number 3. Marcus, Nan, and Olive each have $1.65 in their pockets. They decide to combine the money. How much money do they have all together? Now, boys and girls, let's look at our keywords here. First of all, we've got 3 people, Marcus, Nan, and Olive, okay? They each have $1.65. Do they have $1.65 total? No. Each one of them has $1.65 in their pockets. They decide to what? Combine the money. How much do they have all together? I can hear all of you out there screaming, I know, I got it, Mrs. Michaels, I know it. You see the word combine. You see the word all together. You might as well see the word total, right? What are we going to do? Some of you might be saying adding, and I'm okay with that. But I wonder if 1 or 2 of you out there are saying, instead of adding, since we've got 3 people, would we add 165 3 times? We could. Couldn't we? But what else could we do? Instead of adding 165 3 times, what could we do? That's right, guys. We can do multiplication. Remember, I taught you multiplication a long time ago. $1.65 times 3. And if you want to add it 3 times, you totally can. You know it's going to come out the same way. So here we go. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 6 is 18 plus 1 is 19. 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1 is 4. Now, with multiplication of decimals, okay, you need to count from the end and go 1, 2, decimal. In this case, it actually just goes right down like that. Okay, you know we're talking about hundredths, we're talking about money, so there's going to be 2 places after the decimal. So all together, these 3 people, they have $1.65 times 3 would be $4.95 total. Okay? So far, so good. All right, let's move on. Number 4 says Jessie saves $6 each week. In how many weeks will she have saved at least $50? This one's kind of an easy one, boys and girls, and there's a couple ways that you can do it. You could just do, actually you could do the multiples of 6. So what's the multiples of 6? 6 times 2 is 12, times 3 is 18, times 4 is 24, times 5 is 30, times 6 is 36, times 7 is 42. We're getting close to $50, aren't we? Times 8 is 48, and times 9 is 54, okay? Now, the question is, in how many weeks will she have saved at least 50? So this is week 1. And then by week 2, she's probably got $12 total. By week 3, she's got $18 total. By week 4, she's got 24. This is week 5, week 6, week 7, week 8. She's close, but she's not at $50. So week 9, she makes $54. She's at least made 50. She's actually made a little bit more. So you're going to put 9 weeks. Now, some of you, my multiplication stars, can look at 6 and you say, okay, well, 6 times what is above 50? And you would say 6 times 9. You just know it off the top of your head. Okay? You could also just keep adding 6. 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6, but you'd have to do it 9 times until you got 54. So that's one way to do it. Okay. Number 5. Becca has $12 more than Cece. Dave has $3 less than Cece. Cece has $10. How much money do they have all together? I know, I feel like I can hear some of you groaning out there at one of these. I know we don't like these, but let's just think about what we already know, okay? We know that Becca has $12 more than Cece. That doesn't help us. We know that Dave has $3 less than Cece. We don't know what Dave has. We don't know what Becca has. But we do know how much Cece has, don't we? Cece has $10. Okay, so I'm going to write it right here. Cece equals 10. The question is, how much does Becca have? And how much does Dave have? I'm just going to list them like that. Okay? And then your final question is, how much do they have all together? Okay? Now the directions say, Becca has $12 more than Cece. What's $12 more than 10, guys? 12 plus 10. So Becca has $22. She's raking it in, right? And then it says Dave has $3 less than Cece. What's $3 less than Cece? Dave's only got $7. Remember, we're not done. They want to know what's the total. So we're gonna actually take a piece of lined paper and we're gonna be so super neat because you know how much Mrs. Michaels loves neat handwriting. We're gonna take $22. We're gonna take $10. And we're gonna take $7. It's all lined up. Look how beautiful. 2 plus 0 is 2. 2 plus 7 is 9. 2 plus 1 is 3. All together, these guys have $39 all together. Okay, so that's basically what you're doing today. You're problem solving using money. And remember, when you're adding and subtracting with decimals, you need to line up the decimal. When you're multiplying by decimal, give yourself 2 decimal places. When you're dividing by decimals, you just take the decimal and you carry it right up above it into the answer. Okay? For your assignment, you're going to have 6 word problems to do. I want you to take your time, okay? And I want you to really think about, especially the first 2. Actually, I can show you them. They're from here, okay? The first 2 have to do with word problems that involve money. So just be careful, okay? Have a great day, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.